All right, buddy. How we doing, man?
Pretty awesome. How about you, dude?
Yeah. Went to a bar crawl on Saturday.
Yeah. All right.
It was fun.
All right.
I'm like
I'll take your word for it.
I'm like Danny Glover and Lethal Weapon though. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Right. Right.
But it's still a good time. I'm dropping my phone.
Yeah.
I have nobody to call or text me anyway, so it's all good.
It was Oh, okay. Headphones are off. Headphones are off. I was gonna ask you. Sounded like it was pretty cold out.
Oh, dude, it was like it didn't get above 50, and I didn't prepare for that.
Where was the crawl? Was this the St. Patty's Day crawl?
This was Rich and Bennett's St. Patrick's Day bar crawl uptown Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the biggest bar crawls in the southeast.
Yeah, she's just green. It's just green in Charlotte.
Just stupid, awesome. But everybody was in like overcoats and peacoats and everything. Not much green this year.
It's too cold. I bet green. I mean, everybody could have put on like the leprechaun jackets. I'm just saying.
That would have been fire. Which brings to another point. Why have we not done the leprechaun yet with Jennifer Aniston?
I don't know. It's one of my favorites.
We're messing up.
Yeah.
All right. We'll definitely get it next year.
I was say next year. Next year. Yep.
Awesome, man. Let's talk about two movies that we both watched this weekend, man. I'll ask this question to move forward. You want to watch the good movie? You want to talk about the good movie? Or you want to talk about the bad movie that we watched? That's all. That's all I'm giving you. That's all I'm giving you, though.
Let's just do the bad movie, I guess.
Okay, so the bad movie was Fresh. Okay, and like not bad, like it was a bad, like horrible movie. It was a disgusting movie.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie. It was just gross. It was just gross.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. It was really textured, right?
Yeah.
You have this young girl living in this unknown city, and she's by herself. She has one friend. They just hang out and stuff.
Yeah.
But the dating scene sucks.
Yeah, I mean it's all about the apps at this point, right?
Exactly. So she actually meets this one guy, and come to find out that he's a doctor, of plastic nature, but also he's a cannibal,
right,
and coaxes to his lair out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and we talked about this one before, and like we were both wondering, like, how does this play out?
Yeah,
and it's gross, but it's a little more, for lack of a better word, I guess, elegant in nature than it is like he just finds people and just eats them. Like there's a whole business. He's an entrepreneur
enterprise here, right? There's a whole enterprise here.
He's a human flesh mogul. He has a whole thing going on.
He really does, man. He really does. So this movie is on Hulu. It's a 2-hour movie. The first 30 minutes, you're like, oh, okay, this is like a sweet rom-com.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I don't know what like fresh means or the hand that's like the poster really mean yet. And then she falls. And then I'm like, oh, God, here we go.
Yeah, if we hadn't seen a trailer for it, it really could have, you would have not known what was going on at all.
Exactly.
That he was the point of all this whole movie. Just passes out and that's it.
But it was gross. For 90 minutes, it was just nothing but grotesqueness. Just disgusting. Like it was a really like sexy movie, those first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And then like that just goes away and everything else is just
Yeah. So I mean, he is just harvesting people.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's harvesting women.
Yeah.
Taste better than men.
Yeah.
That was literally a line.
It's so gross.
Oh, gosh.
But, like, the movie...
Yeah, she lost that.
Yeah. What's that?
Her butt.
Oh, yeah.
Gone.
It was gone.
Disgusting.
What did he say? Was it like $30,000 or something like that for a butt?
Yeah. Just watch. Like, if gore and blood and this weird theme does not bother you,
Yeah.
I highly recommend watching this.
But that was the kind of weird thing though. Like it was gross, but it wasn't like gore like some horror movies. It
Not
was,
until the end, yeah.
Yeah. The end was a little messy, but I think that was kind of the story of like them overcoming all this BS. But yeah, I mean, it was weird.
The one thing I do want to talk about with that movie real quick is this is why women are so standoffish to guys.
Yeah.
Shit like this.
This movie is not going to help any.
It's not going to help out at all, right?
Yeah.
So, like, all you single guys out there, the next time that she doesn't like your pass or your move or what you say or whatever, it's because there's weird ass people in weird ass movies like this that scare the crap out of them. Okay, well, why do women love true crime podcasts so much? Right?
That's a question that we still trying to figure out.
They are protecting themselves and learning how to do it. So after watching this, I am all for it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and talk about the other one real quick. Adam Project, dude. Let's talk about how cute this movie was, man. Dude.
Yeah, it was kind of everything I felt like it was going to end up being. Comedy, the action, the fight scenes were pretty dope. And,
is that a lightsaber?
Yeah.
That's not a lightsaber. It's not a lightsaber. It's totally a lightsaber.
That's what's fun about Ryan Reynolds movies is that there's always that push across the fourth wall.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
With the lightsaber thing, like you knew that was going to happen. Like I knew. I didn't like when I saw the trailer. That's the same thing I did. I was like, it's like a lightsaber.
Exactly.
So
oh yeah,
worked out perfect.
But then, like, this was just I don't know what I watched first. I think I watched Fresh, and then I watched the Adam Project. I
watched Adam Project Friday when I got home from work. Like, grabbed a sandwich and told my wife, "said I'm about to watch this movie. If you want to come in here or not, that's fine." It's on. It's about to come on right now.
So, like, it was just a really cute, like, heartwarming film, right? But I will say this, right? Ryan Reynolds plays Ryan Reynolds, and we love that, right?
Right.
We talk about that with a couple of other guys as well. This movie, he actually stretched his old acting chops, man. And I appreciate that, right? There's something about Ryan Reynolds where, like, he doesn't show that much emotion because he's always, like, there's always a joke.
Right.
If something serious is about to happen, he gets out of it with a joke.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart does that crap as well, but like he actually got down and was like emotional, right? In this, and that was really enjoyable. I thoroughly enjoyed that, man. This was a really cute movie. Highly recommend. Only like an hour 40?
Yeah,
not long at all. Got the great Mark Ruffalo in it.
Yeah.
One of the Jennifer Gardner.
Yes.
Day. She was in Yes Day.
Yes.
We did that movie.
We did.
Boom. See?
Yeah. It all rolls around. Right?
All rolls
big
around.
Big circle of things.
Awesome, man. So your favorite part from the Adam Project, talk to me.
Ooh. Honestly, I think the scene where they're outside of the facility and the young Adam is flying the drone.
That was badass.
Yeah, that was
pretty badass, dude.
Real quick off the top of my head, that's the scene that pops in first. It's just funny him sitting there, he's just like stalling, right, and Big Adam's yelling at him, "Let's go!" Whatever. And he's just having a good time flying that thing. So that was my favorite one.
Dope, man, dope. So I've always liked Mark Ruffalo. Okay, and he was, we talk about sometimes like that heartbeat of the movie.
Yeah,
and it's always usually a person, right? And the heartbeat of this movie definitely was like Mark Ruff, who's like connecting between the two Adams.
Yep.
and just that scene at the end of them like playing catch, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that was just so like those the heartstrings, man. I mean, I'm a gangster, so only one tear, but heartstrings, man.
Yeah, that was definitely was everything it was meant to be when they made it. I find it funny, like the way the different movies explain time travel.
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it though, dude.
Because it's always just a little something different. Like, and it's always kind of the same, but it's explained differently.
There's basic ground rules to time travel. Right?
Oh yeah.
But every movie kind of has their own gimmick and style about how we're going to get to the future or to the past or whatever. And that's what I love, right? This was like a time travel spaceship type thing, right? Back to the Future was a dope ass 80s DeLorean, right? In game, what they did, right? They basically screwed all the rules and were like, we're going to do our own time machine type thing. So I love it, dude.
I think it's fantastic that he travels back in time, then he picks up his younger self and travels back in time again. Like, screw everything, right? Screw worried about anything.
You're not supposed to like look at yourself, right? Interact with your former or self. They said screw all of these rules.
Yeah. And he could have very well ran into his even younger self.
He really could have. He really could have. You're not supposed to have to interact with your parents.
Yeah.
They screw all of those rules up.
Everything's bad.
I love it though, man. All right, and before we actually move forward, man, I do want to talk about we're getting Deadpool 3. With Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy, the director of the Adam Project. He also worked with Reynolds on Free Guy. So this is their third collaboration together. I'm pretty excited, man. I hope the MCU makes this still a rated R movie. Sean Levy has never really jumped into that kind of rated R territory.
Right. Well, that's what he's got Ryan Reynolds for.
That's what he has Ryan Reynolds for, right? So I'm pretty excited about this, man. Hopefully that movie drops next few years, man.
Yep.
So. Welcome to this week's episode of Movie in a Pod. I'm Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing the trailers for Deepwater, Firestarter, and our movie of the week, Burn After Reading. Really good at that. 3 seasons in, right?
Yeah.
Just finally getting into
getting into a groove, right? Well, it took a little over a year.
Woo! All right, man. New week, new trailers, bro. Let's talk about this Ben Affleck, Ana de Armas flick, Deepwater. What are your thoughts?
Interesting. Looks like a slightly open relationship type thing going on.
Let's call it what he looks like, a cuck, dude. I mean, that's what he seems like.
That's fine. That's exactly what's going on,
dude. We have an R rating pod, so we just gotta let it happen sometimes. As long as my mother and grandma are not listening, we're good.
I don't know. There's a lot of people in Charlotte and Concord and stuff that listen. So
they really are. No, what were your thoughts? I'm sorry.
It looks like it's. I mean, the only thing I saw in there that was like kind of weird, other than like his wife just being with all these different people, was there's like a dead guy in the pool.
Weird,
I guess.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
We don't know where that came from, where that goes at all.
At a party too, like it wasn't like he came home, and saw a dead body. Like there was a party going on inside,
and then the wife's just like yelling through the door, and then there's a dead guy in the pool. Other than that, it looks like she's just out having her good times, and she seems like it's fun for him, is what she thinks. Looks is what like him just like watching all this going on. She's like, yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna have my good times. You just hang out.
Yeah,
and if you like this, that's awesome.
I mean, 6'4" Ben Affleck is kind of big to be this type of guy. But hey, man, whatever your kinks are,
if that's what you're into, whatever.
Nah, man, this looks like a really like sexy like noir thriller type thing, man. And it seems like it's gonna be like a lot more layers.
Yeah, definitely.
That's gonna unpeel at this movie, right? We just think that they're in this open type of relationship where she's able to do whatever the hell she wants to do, but there's probably more to the reason as to why, because they also have a kid.
I would hope so.
You would think. I mean, people do your thing.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with anything that you guys do. But that's what it looks like here, man. Especially with her various lovers who are gonna start disappearing. I mean, Vic Van Allen, Ben Affleck is a big old boy, so he can do some damage now. I don't know, man. This one drops actually on the 18th of March, so if you're listening to our pod on opening day, which is Thursday the 17th, tomorrow you get to watch this.
Yep.
I don't make our pods timely anymore, or just watch it whenever, guys. It'll be on Hulu. We'll drop this on our socials on that day for you guys to check the trailer out. All right. Also got Firestarter, man. Yeah. This remake of a Stephen King flick novel. Talk to me, brother.
Looks like it's gonna be pretty wild. So
pretty wild.
So we got a young girl who's got the power to create, and she's learning to control the fire, right?
Yeah.
Like fire, or maybe it's just explosions that cause things to catch on fire. I don't know how it works quite yet. I didn't see the first one, so. But they're on the run. Obviously, she's got powers. Obviously, there's people coming after her.
Scientists.
Yeah, it's just the way things are.
They got to poke and prod her.
Yes.
And figure out how they can replicate her.
Yeah.
Because there's money in that, right? Yep. Military, sci-fi stuff, man. It's like a tried and true thing.
Happens all the time.
Happens all the time here. But what does she looks like she's going to do? It's like she's going to burn everybody.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's ready to start fighting back by the end of the trailer.
Yeah, man. Zac Efron plays Papa Firestarter.
Yeah.
Andy McGee. We got Ryan Kiera Armstrong as the young lady Firestarter here. Kurtwood Smith. Oh, yeah, that 70s show. So there's some good people in here, man. I don't know if I'm going to catch this one in theaters. The first one was not bad. 84. I did catch that in the early 90s. But I don't know, man. This might be a wait for me to post up on the couch and catch it or something of that nature. So, but we'll post this on our socials, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really excited for it, but it's a trailer. I told you guys we're not going to have good trailers every week, right?
Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad.
Deepwater does look good, but Firestarter not so much.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, man. Let's jump into this very interesting movie, dude. You ready?
Very interesting.
All right, dude. We got Burn After Reading. This dropped in the good old year of 2008.
Oh yeah.
So we've reviewed a few movies from this year, right? I'm gonna try to hit us off with some movies that I haven't discussed before. So we have The Happening. I've probably already messed it up already.
Most likely, yep.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Like 17 times. Babylon AD, Inkheart, The Reader, Bronson, Twilight. I probably said that as well. And my dad's favorite movie right here. Shout out to B. Rob Taylor.
There you go.
Your name is not Taylor. Your name is Robinson. I don't know. I've been drinking tonight, guys. Joking. Straight water in my cup.
Yeah.
Appaloosa. Right. My dad really loves this like Western movie, Appaloosa. I don't know. He likes Westerns.
That's fine.
Old black guy that likes Westerns, man. You know, I'm with it.
Yeah.
He's been telling me since 2008 to watch this movie.
Did you ever watch it?
Nope.
Of course not.
Of course not.
You're going too soon, though, right?
You know what? I think it's streaming somewhere. I'll put it on. I'll add it to the queue.
You've been meaning to watch that soon since like 2008. I'll get to it pretty soon.
I open up like the Netflix. It's the first thing there. Hey, watch me now. I'm good, bro. I gotta finish Seinfeld.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Burn Out the Reading is written and directed by the brothers Joel and Ethan Coen.
We have a $37 million budget, with the box office bringing in $163.7 million.
Oh yeah.
So good payday for them. Starring in this movie, we have George Clooney as Harry Pfaffer. I don't remember how they pronounced it now that I'm reading it.
Far.
Fair enough. Harry P.
Harry P.
Frances McDormand as Linda Litzki. Brad Pitt as Chad Feldheimer. John Malkovich as Osborne Cox. Tilda Swinton as Katie Cox. Richard Jenkins as Ted. Elizabeth Marvel as Sandy P.
Yep.
David Rush as CIA Officer Palmer Smith. And the man right here above my shoulder.
The myth, the living legend, ladies and gentlemen.
J.K. Simmons. And they didn't give him a name in the thing. He was just called the CIA superior.
But it was perfect.
Yeah,
I almost cussed right there. It was perfect. I cannot wait till we get to it, bro.
So that was our main cast.
Oh my gosh, this is such a good movie, man. Let's go ahead and get that quick synopsis out of you, brother.
So we have a couple of messed up marriages going on. Some employees from a gym find a CD with some very private information that they are trying to use to blackmail one of the husbands of said messed up marriages. Just a big messed up intertwining story.
Oh yeah.
Just terrible. But at the end of the movie, it seems that only the ladies make it out okay.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is very, very true, man. All right, man. That was fantastic. Let's go ahead and jump right into these characters, man, because that's the most fun part about this movie, right? Off the bat, man, we got to start with John Malkovich, right? He's like the catalyst, right? Like, this movie does not continue without him.
Yeah.
So we got John Malkovich. He is playing Osborne Cox, and he is a CIA analyst. He's married to Katie Cox, Tilda Swinton, and he gets demoted from his analyst position and just ends up quitting.
Correct.
They were just trying to move him. This dude basically walks in there, says, F you, F you, F you, you're not even cool, F you and F you, I'm out, right? But like, that's the first 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, that's so pretty much, yeah.
You're like, okay, John, you are coming with the performance.
Yeah, very strong.
I love it. And then he decides that he's going to, he goes home, tries to tell his wife, doesn't have the opportunity. Because she's really overbearing, but we'll talk about that. And ends up going to write a book, memoirs of his time with the CIA. The thing with that, man, is like, a lot of these analysts and CIA type State Department guys, they do this. They all write a book. They want to be a New York Times bestseller and tell their time in Washington. There's a million of these type of books. So it's nothing new. It's nothing different. It's just that he has nothing else going for him at this point in time.
Yeah, he really does. He just got his boat.
Which is being used by somebody else.
Yes, that too.
Which we'll definitely talk about, man. Nah, dude, but John Malkovich is as Osborne Cox. Dude is extremely intelligent, but he's also like an oaf. He really is in this movie, man. And it's like fun to watch.
Right. He's just very outspoken.
Yeah.
As we see in the opening scene. As we see through all the scenes. At the very end of the movie, he is not afraid to, I guess, put his foot down.
Yeah.
Except for it to his wife. That ain't happening in that house.
Not with old Tilda Swinton. No,
yeah,
dude.
nope.
Sorcerer Supreme right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't messing with her, bro. You got the time stone.
Yeah.
No, man, but yeah, he's the catalyst, right? So he creates this memoir, puts it on a CD, and that's where the fun starts, right? Yeah. Let's move down here to Frances McDormand, man. We have Linda Litzki. She is a gym employee, Hardbodies. I love that name, by the way, right?
Hardbodies, yeah.
She's a gym employee, but she's not happy with herself, her body, her looks, and everything, right?
Correct.
She's a woman in her 40s, looking for love, has taken her body, according to her, taken her body as far as it can go. She wants to get some plastic surgery done, right? Some reduction, some lifts, some tucks, stuff like that to make her more desirable.
Right. And she gets denied. That was kind of the part that caught me off was she was trying to go through her insurance to get these surgeries, and they're like, it's
all elective.
Yeah,
elective.
It's not nothing you need. It's something you want. So this starts that whole mentality that she has where she's going to go and do anything
for this. Yes.
Surgery specifically. Cared about anything else. Couldn't care about anything else. Just needs these surgeries.
Yeah. So it's got Frances McDormand in this character, right? And Frances usually plays like a very smart, she usually plays like the smartest person in the room. Mm. This movie, she's a blonde in this movie. She's kind of playing, I don't want to say dumb, but oblivious, I guess.
Yeah,
would be a good word.
She seems to overlook everything important other than getting her surgeries.
Yeah, when that's your North Star, like she has blinders on at this point, right? But yeah, she will do whatever. She's accompanied by another gym employee, one of the trainers, and my second favorite character in this whole movie, man, Brad Pitt as Chad Feldheimer. I mean, let's talk about this guy, dude. What were your thoughts?
Just so like upbeat the whole movie.
Oh, dude, so positive.
There you go. Yeah, just so positive and just enjoying life. Could care less about consequences of anything. It seems.
Yeah.
He is the fuel that pushes this movie forward with Linda. Like he is telling her, we need to. Once they figure out what's on the CD, we can use this to blackmail this guy. We can do this, that, or the other. And it doesn't work out for him. But
well, they think he gets one of the gym employees finds the CD in the locker room, brings it to Chad. Chad pops it in the computer, and Chad thinks it's like super classified CIA espionage secrets, right?
Yeah.
We already told you what this disc is what's on this disc. Yeah. But him and Linda, they take it to the extreme, and they're thinking that they're going to be a good Samaritan, or they're going to blackmail Osborne.
I love how the CD's lost too. How we find that out. That's so good.
The Coen brothers. Their movies are tight, bro. I've not seen them all. I need to like go back and watch all of their movies, but their movies are tight, bro. You will like everything will make sense always.
All right, listeners,
we're gonna take a quick break. Yo, JV, why do we never talk about sports movies, man?
I don't know, man. Is now a good time as any? What do you got to say?
All right, check this. I mean, look, what type of movie podcast would it be if we didn't talk about the very best in sports movies, man? All right.
Fair.
There's Rush, the racing movie, not the amazing band, but I wouldn't mind a little Neil Peart all in ya.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Then there's Moneyball, with the amazing, good-looking Brad Pitt. The sports drama about putting together a fire baseball team with as little money as possible, right? Fantastic cast, fantastic script. It's just a great movie.
Yeah.
Also has Chris Pratt as a baseball player. And, of course, there's Samuel L. Jackson and Coach Carter.
Yeah.
He's just dropping F-bombs for like 2 hours on Channing Tatum.
All right.
But I digress, right. Man. What are some of your favorites?
Well, Ed is one of them.
Fire.
It's a baseball playing monkey. Right. Space Jam was a good one.
That's a good one as well.
Seabiscuit.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, exactly. Spider-Man in that one. And obviously all of the Air Buds.
Obviously, Air Buds. All right, brother. Well, there's always one more I want to talk about, man.
Yeah.
It's my favorite one. I want to talk about the magic that is Remember the Titans.
Oh, yes.
One part football movie, one part end of school segregation error type movie, 2 parts Denzel Washington, and like 9 parts awesome. Okay?
Yes.
It's just a fantastic film, man. With the amazing ensemble cast that includes Will Patton, Wood Harris, Donald Faison, Ethan Suplee, Nicole Ari Parker, and a very young and at times horrible DB, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I mean, dude was such a liability at cornerback, okay? The entire time.
He really was, yeah. So is that off your chest now?
I feel good, man.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, no problem, man. Appreciate you letting us hear that. You guys know the socials, though. You can hit us up and let us know about your favorite sports movies and maybe a few that we need to talk about as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Chad, Brad Pitt, he really is like not caring about bad things in life.
Never.
Like he's riding his bike, he's working out. So his plan is to blackmail Osborne, and Osborne pretty much calls his bluff on the whole thing.
Oh, 100%. Zero cares.
He says, I know who you are now. And basically is like, why are you doing this? Like, he just really wants to know, right?
Yeah.
Like, he just really wants to know who this guy is and why he's trying to blackmail him for his book.
I love it how at first Chad's motivation, he's like, if I return this, we'll get a reward.
Yeah.
But obviously he doesn't come off of that. When you call somebody at 3 a.m.
And with the creepy voice, too.
With the creepy voice, too, right? I'm a good Samaritan.
Well, he asked him, like, is it Osborne Cox like 6 or 7 times? For whatever reason.
100%,
Yeah.
yes. No, man. So he was trying to be a good Samaritan, and then at first, he did that, but then moved over to, we're just gonna blackmail this guy. If he's gonna be an a-hole, we're like, and then like Linda's character gets into the mix, right? And like we're gonna show him who's boss.
Let's paint this picture when they're both listening to the same landline. Oh boy, landlines. Yeah, that's some good times,
dude. So he has the kitchen phone.
Yep.
She has the living room phone. She lives in a little apartment, so they're both listening.
Yeah.
And Chad's kind of doing his thing. Is Osborne Cox, Good Samaritan, all that stuff. Cox kind of gets highly upset with him.
Yeah.
Flips out, starts cussing, yelling, wakes up his wife. And then Linda gets in it.
Yep.
And at that point, they're just thinking nothing but blackmail the entire time. And that's like another catalyst in this movie, right? That gets us deeper and deeper into this movie, man.
Then you start bringing in the Russian embassy that they go to, and they're just pretty much laughed at while they're there. It takes a wild turn when they start doing the blackmail, yeah.
Dude, it's fun though, man. George Clooney as Harry Farr. We'll just call him Farr or Farrer, whatever. Harry P.
I like Harry P. Yeah.
This dude is married to his wife Elizabeth Marvel in this movie, Sandy Farr, and he is a marshal, U.S. Marshal, and has never fired his weapon. Right, and he makes that known a lot in the movie.
It's very weird,
but also he's a womanizer.
Mm-hmm.
When his wife is away or his wife is working or whatever, he has a relationship with Osborne's wife, Katie Cox. Yeah. He has a relationship with other women as well that he meets online. He ends up having a romantic relationship with Linda. Yep. Right? He's all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's George Clooney, man. He's super cool.
I love his conversation starters through the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's always asking about like flooring or cabinets and stuff like that. And he's just always talking.
Dude. Gift the gab, man.
He's just always talking about something, whether it's relevant or, like I said, just like, hey, what kind of floor is this? Is this whatever?
Gift the gab, brother.
But one of the key links to all the characters in the movie.
Yeah.
Right. He links to Chad. He links to Linda. Basically everybody. There's some way or another he's got a link to him, except for maybe Ted.
True. Yeah.
I think Ted's the only one that he doesn't have some sort of relationship with in this movie, one way or another.
Yeah, dude. So he is, he's really into fitness.
Yeah.
Really into getting it on with the ladies.
5 miles every day.
Dude, just getting it.
5.2 maybe if he has to.
But I love how he's like also, he's been in the DC area for a while. And he thinks he's something, he's more important than who he actually is.
Right.
Especially when he's running and he just sees his black car kind of following him everywhere, right? Kind of seeing what's going on. He has no clue. He tries to chase it down, like, hey, yells at him and stuff, but the car always gets away. He's just super cool, brother. Yeah. I'm laughing because one, he has like the best lines in the movie, and the whole time you're like, what are you making down there, bro? What's going on in the basement?
The big reveal, yeah.
What's going on in the basement, guys? If you've never seen Burn After Reading, and he starts making what he's making in his basement, and then like he locks it up from his wife.
So random. Like the most far away thing that I could think of that he was making in the basement.
Because you start out with these big old like steel pipes.
Yeah.
He brings these steel pipes home and everything. And you just see the creation, and every time like his wife comes down to the basement and he's like locking it up and scared that she's gonna see it, whatever, covers it. Oh man. That was a wild reveal. But so much fun, man. Tilda Swinton, Katie Cox. She is Osborne Cox's wife. She's a doctor, pediatrician.
Yeah.
Very British, overbearing. In love with George Clooney's Harry's character.
Right.
He's not in love with her.
He's not really in love with anybody.
He's not really in love with anybody. I think he's comfortable with his wife.
Yeah.
But doesn't love her. She was basically very evil in this movie. She doesn't care for her husband.
Right.
She talks over Harry. She doesn't like Harry's wife, obviously.
She didn't really seem to like kids either.
She doesn't really, she was so mean to that kid. That's her job. Your job as a pediatrician, and you were so mean to that kid.
Yep, she was.
But she's another important piece to this and how they're all kind of interconnected. Really quickly here, we got Richard Jenkins as Ted. He is the Hardbodies manager or owner. Couldn't really tell. I think he's maybe like the manager. He's in love with Linda. Linda doesn't see that,
right?
Because Linda's in love with George, is Harry's character. But he will do anything for this girl, and we definitely see that. And it turns out horrible for the guy.
Yeah, oh yeah,
just terrible, man.
The ending of this movie was crazy.
All right, my two favorite characters here. David Rash, CIA officer Palmer DeBaker Smith.
Yeah,
right. This guy has to report. They're literally watching John Malkovich. They're watching his wife. They're basically, the CIA. So they're watching everybody.
Yeah, and as that's happening, they end up having to see all these different people. One way or another, they kind of all cross paths.
And he has to report to his CIA supervisor. Yeah. That's the guy's name. That's J.K. Simmons' name. And their conversations, man, just the best in the entire movie. This is a tight movie. It's only like an hour 30, hour 45, maybe. But they're so tight.
Well, Officer Palmer, he has to, or Officer Smith, he has to deliver the news, right? He's got to pass the information on to get approval for his plan.
Yeah.
And it's so fantastic. All the news is like, there's a little bit of good news, and then right after that's a bunch of bad news, and like messes up the whole plan. and basically just like the comic relief for the movie, which is fantastic. JK, dude.
Okay, so obviously the man, the myth, the living legend, man, J.K. Simmons here. As the CIA supervisor, we have Smith reporting to him, and Smith is like, "Sir, like it's morally we have to do this," and the supervisor's like, "No, we don't. Don't do that. I'll just cover it up.
Yeah,
burn the body, get rid of it."
Or when the guy's like, "We caught Harry trying to catch a plane to Venezuela." He's like, "I don't know why he was going to Venezuela," and J.K. Simmons because he can't extradite from Venezuela.
So what should we do?
Put him on the plane, go to Venezuela. right. Get the evidence out of here, so we don't have to do any paperwork. What are you doing,
dude? Okay, so it's funny that you say that, right? So, once again, bar crawl this weekend.
Yep.
This past weekend, excuse me, and we end up at Hooters, the group that I'm with.
Fair enough.
We end up at Hooters, and there's these two off-duty cops. Super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So me and a buddy go talk to them and everything. I'm like, what would happen if like a fight broke out or something? Like, what do you guys do? He goes, honestly, man, we don't want to deal with the paperwork, so we're just gonna like really scare them and like get them out of the establishment.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to do the paperwork.
We're trying to eat wings.
You were trying to eat some wings, okay? So, like, if you're in law enforcement, you don't want to do paperwork.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Oh man. So, yeah, that's pretty much his whole thing. And then, like you said about burning the body or sending the guy on the plane just to get him out of there, or what was the other one? Like, towards the end where
so it was like. We have Linda Litzki, and she's willing to keep everything quiet. The whole situation, she knows everything. Okay, he's like, okay, what does she want?
Yeah.
Well, she wants these 7. She wants these. It's so good. She wants these 7 like plastic surgeries or whatever. And JK's character's like, how much? And dude starts. He's like, don't worry about it. Just pay it. Just pay it. Right? He does not care.
Yeah.
He does not care. I don't want to do the paperwork. I don't want to hear this. Let's just continue monitoring until we don't have to monitor anymore, man.
Oh, man. It's so funny. Yeah. But yeah, at the end of the movie, man, it's like the women are just
lucked out.
Good. They're good to go.
You got to think about Harry's wife.
Yeah.
She is actually, Harry thinks he's being followed the entire time because he is, but it's not like the CIA watching him. It's literally
just a PI.
It's a PI who's investigating him because she's about to divorce him. Because he knows that he's a womanizer. So, yeah, man. So that's their amazing cast here, and they just keep the wheels moving on this weird, wild ride in DC, man. Like the whole like DC, Maryland area, bro. It's just fun. The sets and music, man, it looks like DC. A lot of this was filmed not in DC.
Right.
A lot of it was filmed in like New York and stuff, but to keep, I guess cost and tax incentives and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But it looks dope, man. It's got that normal Ethan and Joel like Coen type of movie look.
Wasn't this film like an area of your favorite musical? Right.
My favorite musical.
The Brooklyn Heights. Isn't that where?
In the Heights.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where most of the movie was filmed.
Nice. I knew New York. I did not know Brooklyn Heights though. Let's go. Dope. Yeah, man. So this looks good. The coolest thing, man, is like the music. The music is like goofy.
Yeah.
Especially when they're thinking of their stupid schemes. The music that follows Linda and Chad is just so much fun.
Right.
Because like they are not the most intelligent people.
Kind of dopey kind of thing going on, right?
We're about to do dumb stuff. Why are we going to the Russian embassy?
Yeah. Russian embassy.
They have nothing.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's jump over here to the theme. I don't really know, bro. This one was tough, man. It was, you have something completely pointless in my man's memoirs, right?
Yeah.
And how the thought of you having that and thinking it's of a value just spirals.
Yeah.
And it like causes a bunch of interconnected lives to be over, or
yeah, definitely
end up in Venezuela or something like that. So, it's definitely a lot.
Yeah, I mean, what's Hardbodies gonna do, man?
Hardbodies got nobody, bro.
Short staffed, real bad.
Hardbodies is short staffed.
Yeah.
Pod over. We're done, guys. We'll see you next week. No, that's all I got for a theme, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's all.
I don't know of anything else. They were just oafs, and it was fun to watch, brother.
Yep.
All right, man. So that's our conversation about Burn After Reading.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about this movie, man? Talk to me.
I wasn't sure what this was going to be going into. Was this your first watch?
First watch.
First watch. Mine too, man. I don't know. The stories just were so... they moved so fast, and there was quite a few different storylines going on.
Yeah.
But intriguing. Funny. It was actually a lot more funny than I expected it to be.
Hilarious.
I enjoyed it. I mean, it kept me entertained the whole time. The different characters were so different. Every time you jump to another scene, it was a different kind of type of comedy. Like with Brad Pitt's character, he's just, you notice he wore an iPod the whole, or like iPod shuffle or something. Not a shuffle, the small iPod. So he had that thing on his arm the whole time, which made me laugh every time I saw it, because they were like sitting eating lunch and he's got it on. So just stupid stuff like that. And then JK's character, his delivery on everything, and these other guys, just interaction. But that, I think the best part, the funniest part for me was the moment Harry revealed his project.
Dude.
Like, just every scene just unexpected. Just didn't know. After that too, I was like, okay, anything could happen now.
But like, what about like, that was awesome. But like, did you expect when Harry was? And I'm not gonna spoil it. But when Harry was in the closet.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude, that was so out of left field. Like the way the movie was going, I was not thinking that at all.
No, I thought it was just gonna be a passing, maybe run into each other, but not that.
This movie's wild, dude.
Yeah, it's very wild. I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5.
Yeah,
this week. Definitely could watch this one a few more times and enjoy it. I mean,
good deal.
You guys are just hilarious. What about you, man?
Yeah, man. I've always known the Coen brothers as being really good storytellers, man. Mm-hmm. They're great writers. They're amazing directors. And there's, like I told you earlier, their scripts are always so tight, man. Everything that they do with the movie. This one, the exact same. Just fun, over the top. Everything makes sense. Everything comes back. Yeah. As well.
Yeah, like I'll say with the way the CD, like, because you're like, okay, who dropped the CD?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you find out later who did, and it's just completely random.
So
fantastic.
Good. So good, man. Performances were fire. JK just killed it as a guy who just doesn't want to deal with this at all, right? Oh man, Smith was like, "Yeah, we're also going to tag team this one with the FBI."
Yeah.
And JK was like, "No, the hell we're not. Like, we're not doing that at all, right?"
Yeah, don't bring them guys into it.
They're gonna want paperwork, man. This one gets 4 buckets out of 5 as well for me, man. Nice. This was a good one. I could definitely watch this again. This was a fantastic flick.
Awesome.
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode talking through Burn After Reading. Next week, we will be discussing 21 Bridges.
That's streaming on Netflix.
I am Clyde Smith. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as I am Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.